Welcome to Collinsville Cardinals.tv, where we are live from Salif Field. I'm Logan Wilt, joined with Zach Hubbard. Zach, it's football season.
It is. I'm excited. Are you excited, Logan?
I'm excited. Where tonight, Collinsville Cardinals take on the Oologah Mustangs. We're going to go straight into football walkthrough with Will Shoup.
Hello, welcome to Football Walkthrough. I'm Will Shoup, and I'm here with Coach Jones, and we're going to ask him a few questions about this upcoming season. So, your team had made it to the semifinals last year. What are your expectations for the team this year?
Well, I mean, we've got high expectations. That's one thing about last year is it with going to the semifinals and being district champs, it gives us a chance to talk about loftier goals than we used to talk about. But we also believe in taking each opponent one week at a time, and our focus is all on Oologah this week, and we're not going to try to think about the end result, and we're just going to try to take it, one rung at a time is what we talk about all the time, climbing a ladder, and so we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but we feel like we have the potential to go a long ways this year.
So you lost some key seniors last year. How do you feel that that's going to affect your team this year?
Well, I mean, we did. We lost some very productive, especially offensive players, in T.J. Johnson and Keenan Hamilton, Zane McElroy, and just to name a few. But we also feel like we've got some great kids and great athletes filling those positions. And every year is a little different, and the team makeup of the team will be different. And we feel like we're going to be stronger in areas that we weren't as strong last year. So, it's just a matter of coming together as a team and gelling and kind of finding our identity. And I think we're going to be, if we can do that early, we're going to be a really, really tough team.
All right, well, now, during the offseason, how much do you feel that you've improved this year compared to last year?
Tremendously. I thought our spring football was probably the best we've ever had. We had a little mini camp in early July, a 2-day mini camp that kind of just refreshed us. And when we started practice in August, it was almost like we were 2 or 3 days ahead of where we were last year. So we feel like we've progressed a great deal, and we've gotten bigger and faster and stronger along the way.
All right, now that we've concluded with our football questions, we have another equally important question. Do you feel the cheerleaders are ready to cheer on the football team this year?
I'm very confident in our cheerleading squad. I think they practice longer than we do. I see them up here practicing all the time, their cars all summer long, so that is not a concern of ours with the cheerleaders. We know that they've got our backs, and they'll do a heck of a job.
Thank you, Coach Jones, for being on Football Walkthrough, and we'll be right back with Sean Kacheski. Welcome back. I'm here with Sean Kacheski. Now, Sean, what did you do this offseason to improve from last year?
Well, I threw a lot more, and me and teammates worked out a bunch, and we've worked our butts off all summer, and we're ready for this year.
Awesome. How confident are you in your offense this year?
Extremely confident. We have some key linemen that are coming back. We got our running back. We're young in the wide receiver, but I'm really confident in them. Our run game's going to be pretty good, and we're going to mix it up a little bit. We're pretty dynamic.
All right, well, thank you for being on the Football Walkthrough. Good luck with your game.
Welcome back. The captains for the Cardinals tonight included number 56, Jake Douglas, number 25, Ryan Haymaker, number 1, Sean Kacheski, and number 45, Justin Cothe. We'd like to introduce the Collinsville Cardinals football coach, Coach Jones. He is entering his 5th season as the Cardinals head coach. He has 2 daughters, Peyton and Olivia. Coach Jones graduated from Westville High School in 1991 and received his degree in education from NSU in Tahlequah in 1996. This will be his 18th year in education. He enjoys watching sports and movies, hanging out with family and friends, and most of all, playing with his daughters.
Well, that's nice. Gotta love a man who puts his family before anything.
The Mustangs take the field.
They got a pretty good crowd over there on the Mustang side.
Yeah, they do have a pretty good turnout. They are about 15 miles northeast of us.
It's not a long drive, I'll give you that.
The Cardinals have a lot of fans out here, and here come the Cardinals, led by the flag crew.
They are bright.
Yeah, the student section theme this year is neon.
I like it.
And there's a lot of students here tonight.
There is.
And if you didn't know, the Collinsville Cardinals got new uniforms.
They could
Tell. Baby blue, and I like them a lot. What do you think?
I like the blue. I like that the blue made a comeback this year. I know the players who wanted it for a little bit, but they got their wish.
You know the saying, you look good, you play good.
Yeah.
Hopefully that carry over to tonight. We talked to Hubbard, you talked to Coach Jones earlier for Coach Redding. What do you have to say?
He said we got to control their quarterback. The quarterback is number 7, Peyton Craig. He said he's a smart football player. He's got very high football IQ. And he also said he got to stop the running game. They got a good running game. They got to stop that.
Yeah, Peyton Craig is his senior year, so he's last time to play Collinsville, and you know how heated this rivalry is.
So I'm looking for a great hard-hitting matchup. You know, Bulldogs got a couple. They probably got a couple surprises up their sleeve for us.
Yeah, there was a one or two coaching changes for the Cardinals. Coach Cesar stepped down as the varsity wide receiver coach, and he's now only doing junior high football. And Coach Davis took his spot at wide receivers, and Coach Davison stepped down from the special teams coach. And so now, I believe, from what I've heard, it's just a bunch of coaches kind of have their input on special teams.
Yeah.
The Cardinals are going to receive the ball. And I can't tell who is back to receive that.
I think that's number 7, Chase Williams. I think he's going to do the returning duty for him.
No, it looks like number 11, Brett Erickson.
It is number 11.
And he gets to about the 15-yard line, about the 20-yard line before he's wrestled down by a group of Hooligan Mustangs.
Someone forgot they were blocking a sign or something. There's way too many little Mustangs around him.
So the Cardinals have a long drive ahead of them if they want to reach the end zone.
Yep.
Starting on offense for the Cardinals, number 1, Sean Kaczewski is going to be the senior quarterback. Running back, number 25, Ryan Haymaker. At wide receiver is number 7, Chase Wilkins. Number 23, Austin Roberts. Number 81, Tyler Forrest. And number 11, Brett Erickson. Sean gets the snap. He hands it off to Haymaker, and he looks like he got about 3 yards. On the line for the Cardinals, number 52, Dakota Treadway. Number 56, Jake Douglas. Number 60, Cutler Cole. Number 61, Jackson Wilson. And number 63, Nick Jensen.
A lot of young kids on that line this year. That might be a factor going later into the season.
Haymaker gets the carry, and he is again stopped about 1 or 2 yards in front of the line of scrimmage. Yeah, Nick Jensen is in his first start at center.
I know that was a big spot on the line that they're looking to fill after Colton Conover graduated last year.
Okay, yeah, that's who graduated. I was trying to think of his name. And then they lost Cole Kime on the line, too. And I believe he was replaced by Dakota Treadway. So 3rd and about 4, and Sean takes off, and he fumbles the ball, and it looks like Hooligans is going to recover it at about the 34-yard line. So a tough break. It looked like Sean could have got the first down, but the defense is going to take the field.
That's just a tough break. Might be first game jitters, who knows?
Yeah, for the defensive line starting, number 45, Justin Coating, number 51, Jacob Harrison, number 44, Rock Robbins on the line. At linebacker, number 10, Levi Draper, number 22, Blake Bird, number 43, Josh Arnold, number 24, Mark Tillman. At defensive back,
if I don't know if Tyler Ford has been on a cut or what, but he is behind.
Yeah, I was looking in the backfield at Peyton Craig, the quarterback. And the extra point is up, and it's no good. So the Cardinals catch a little bit of a break.
That's a tough break for him. Especially for this young team, morale is going to be a key factor.
Yeah, they're going to have Sean Kacheski, Ryan Haymaker, Chase Wilkins, some of the key guys, seniors on the offense, trying to get them settled down and get ready to go.
This is John's first start as a first game, first start. He did last year.
Sean started last year because Zane McElroy was hurt, first of the year and came back. But so Sean, yeah, he knows kind of how it works. So hopefully he can get the offense kind of calm down. Yeah, back returning for the Cardinals is number 24, Mark Tillman, number 11, Brad Erickson, and number 7, Chase Wilkins. Kick is back. Brad Erickson catches it in the end zone and is going to be blown dead. Cardinals are going to start from the 20-yard line.
Let's see, hopefully they get a better break than last time.
Looks like 2 wide on either side of Sean. Hands off to Haymaker. He is tackled by a group of Mustangs. There's nowhere to run.
He tried to make the best of what he could. We are better than Memphis.
So it's 2nd and 9. Udall looks pretty big on the defensive side of the ball.
Dude, that number 70. Josh Geek, senior lineman, he's a big boy.
And Sean looks like he's going to have the first down on a good run after the bad play on the other side of on the last drive. So it looks like he's shaking it off.
Short memory, short memory.
Sean's going to keep the ball, and he's not going to escape the backfield. He's going to be slammed down for about a 6 or 7 yard loss. So right after the first down, they're going to be in a hole. It's going to be 2nd and 14. Wasn't as bad of a loss as I thought it was.
No, I think we got lucky on that spot a little bit.
Still, we have a hole to dig out of. Sean's going to roll out. Looks like he's got Erickson on the sideline, and he's going to be out at about the 43-yard line. He bobbled it a little bit, and he was able to get 2 feet in bounds.
Then tipped over for a little bit extra yardage.
That was a really good throw right over the defensive back's hands.
Good catch in traffic, too, by Brett.
And Brett's a sophomore this year.
Sophomore, he's got room to grow.
Yeah, and he's really quick, agile
Good run, good blocking. Good break. We needed that break.
At first, it looked like he was going to be brought down in the backfield, but he was able to find a hole. And Ryan Haymaker is another fast player for this Cardinal team. The kick was blocked by number 3, Logan Armstrong. So the score is still going to be tied 6-6 with 8:45 remaining in the first quarter. So 2 quick scores, and that looked like a lot better drive than the first drive.
Now that first drive, get us out. Probably talk to him. Coach Chaz probably brought them all in and talked to them before they went out and said, "Oh, hey, calm down. We got one more game, guys."
The kicker for the Cardinals, he's a freshman this year, number 9, Cole Hadley.
I don't know if you're watching the Bear warm up, but kids got food on them.
It's kind of funny the situation they were put in. I guess, I don't know how, I'm not sure how long ago, it might have been a month and a half. They were without a kicker. And Coach Jones helped tryouts, and he came out, and he really showed off pretty well.
Freshman kicker. I think he gets something about kicking.
He played soccer. Cardinals throwing a new lineup this year on kickoff. They push kick, and number 6 was able to cover it. That is Hunter Gibson.
But usually see players, fair catch it that close.
So Uligal will try to score on their second possession. They got trips to the left. It looks like they're going to do a quarterback run with Peyton Craig. And he's going to be, looked like he's going to be stopped in the backfield, but it looks like he dove forward for about a yard.
That's good pursuit on the Colzo side.
I know the coach is trying to stress number 5, Braden Spain. He's a wide receiver. I think you're going to see him on both sides of the ball tonight. But he is probably their best player for the Uligal team. And Brandon Lowe is kind of covering him. It looks like play action pass. Arnold's in pursuit. And he's just going to throw it out of bounds. Good pursuit by Josh Arnold. Ben Craig drops back, and the pass is incomplete to number 2, Keenan Ferrier. So it is 4th down and 9. Looks like they're bringing their punt team on.
Good thing about being in a new spot up on top of the press box. We have Coach Benny over here, just yelling at the other coaches in his walkie-talkie. So we get that benefit of kind of knowing what they're trying to do.
Yeah, we kind of have a little insight. Looks like number 7, Chase Wilkins, is back returning, and the ball is out of bounds, and it looks like it fell about the 21-22 yard line. The ref's going to walk up to the 26. So it looks like the Cardinals got a pretty good spot.
And that was number 15, Wyatt Tucker. He does about every kicking job for the Uligal Mustangs.
The Cardinals they know what it's like to be about the 20-yard line. receiver last year. And Sean's going to break off. And it looks like, oh, he's still going. He's about at the 54 or 44-yard line. But Dylan Cook last year, he's Brett Erickson's kind of like a Dylan Cook.
Small, H-back, almost.
We lost some key wide receivers last year with Keenan Hamilton, C.J. Johnson, and Dylan Cook. But right now, it's looked like they've been replaced pretty well.
I don't know if he's called number 10, Levi Draper in that tight end.
They're going to hand it off to Haymaker. He's got a lot of room. He's going to hurdle the guy, and he's going to fall down at about the 23-yard line.
Good run.
It looks like the run game has really been effective so far.
Yeah. It's mostly outside running, too. You know, trying to stay away from those big Uligan defensive linemen.
Sean's going to get the snap, and he's going to go straight up the middle. And he stumbles down at the 11-yard line. So it looks like Uligan's going to call a timeout. They don't like what they're seeing.
No, what was that? 3 straight runs, 10-plus yards.
Yeah, Collinsville's doing a really good job at blocking.
Yeah.
The coaches can't really be disappointed in the last 2 drives. Collinsville's really moved the ball well.
Yeah. There's nothing really you can be nothing to be disappointed about in the last 2 drives.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line. Looks like Chase is single wide to the right. They're going to hand it off to Haymaker, and he's going to go nowhere.
Maybe a yard or 2. Depends on how good the spot is.
Uligan's right there was really crashed the middle there.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Since they don't have the height of a TJ Johnson, I doubt they'll do that fade that they used to do in
Yeah.
close yardage and close to the end zone.
You're right. Sean's going to keep it, and he jukes a guy out, and he's going to get a touchdown.
He's quick. He's got quick feet.
So the score is now 12-6. Did you see him juke that guy
I
out?
did. Juked him right out of his shoes.
Looked like he was standing in concrete.
Looked like it.
Cole Hadley kicking the extra point. Brandon Lowe will be the holder. And it's up, and it's good. So the Cards take a 7-point lead with 5:28 left in the first quarter. So out of 3 drives, fumble, 2 touchdowns on 2 80-yard drives.
That's not bad. I'll take it. I'm sure the coaches will take it too.
Looks like Austin Roberts is going to run on a little late, and they're going to pull him out and put Brandon Lowe in.
Yeah, it's new kicking system. Trying to get it, oiled out here.
Yeah, they're probably going to be a little disorganized since Coach Davison was last year's special teams coach. A deep kick. It's going to go to number 2. And he's going to get to the outside and be brought down by a group of Cardinals. That was Keenan Ferrier on the return. So the Collinsville defense takes the field.
I don't know about you, but Oologah's had some pretty good field position starting off. And just hadn't had that one break. Well, they've had that one break, but not since then.
Yeah, I forgot to mention earlier, Rock Robbins, he played linebacker last year, is now defensive end. That's one of the switches they made because our linebacker core had so much depth. Craig's going to hand it off to number 40, and that's Jimmy McKinney. And Rock Robbins is going to bring him down.
Good way of getting down the line by defensive end.
And it sounds like Coach Redding and the coaching staff is focused on number 48, Bryce Dietz. Whenever he's in and out of the game, Coach Redding's hollering down to the coaching staff. And to Spain's, Brandon Lowe's going to intercept it. He gets down at about the 34-yard line.
What I was going to say before all that happened is usually when that tight end goes in, they're probably going to look more to a run on that side. And that means they've got to, they got to shift their defensive backs. They got to shift everybody to where he's going.
They pull him out. They throw the ball. Despain for Oologah got high, but he didn't get high enough, and Brandon Lowe was able to intercept that. So the Cards get good field position at the 34-yard line. And they're going to hand it off to Haymaker. Nothing different, and he's got a big hole. He's going to be brought, and he's not going to be brought down. He's pushing, and they're going to be brought down at about the 3-yard line.
Them linemen came and they just started pushing.
That was a big pile.
And our defensive backs, our core defensive backs, we only lost a couple. We only lost 2, and TJ and Dylan Cook. So our defensive backs haven't really learned anything new.
Well, Chase Wilkins, you're going to hear his name a lot this year. He did not play football last year. He played the year before, so he came out this year. And Haymaker's going to get in for the end zone. Get in for the touchdown. And Wilkins, he's going to be a key player on this Cardinal offense.
Yeah.
So I believe that's Haymaker's second touchdown on the night.
Second. I don't know if you remember last year, but Haymaker had a good game last year against Oologah too.
He had about 300-some yards, 4 touchdowns, I believe. And he's carrying it over to this year. They're going to be 1 short. Treadway's going to go in there. Next point is up and good. So the Cards are now ahead 20-6. And I'll be honest, after the first Oologah touchdown, I got a little nervous.
I got a little nervous too. But,
But you got to have faith in the Cardinals.
There's a team that won almost every game but one by 7 points or less last year. This team, they know how to fight for a win. I mean, you were there. You saw all of them.
Yeah. Most memorable Bowl won last year was, at Sky Took, where T.J. Johnson catches the touchdown in the corner of the end zone with no time left and the ball's tipped. That was crazy.
And the Bishop McGinnis game.
That was
That 2-point conversion with no
by Zane.
by Zane.
He's up here
Zane
with us.
McElroy. Hadley kicks it short to number 6. Called fair catch this time.
So this defense has given up one big play, and that was the first play I believe it was the first play they were out there on the field. After that, they've been pretty solid. Put number 8 in motion. Craig gets the ball. He hands it off to number 40, and he's brought down at the line of scrimmage by Kothi.
He came from the other side of the line, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Again, there's that pursuit that Coach Jones just drives into the team every practice.
Craig gets the ball. He throws it to a wide open number 22, Wade McGee, and he gets about a 11-yard gain. Looks like
they're just short.
They might measure it. Oh, no, they're going to give him the first down.
And Uligal's going to do a quick play, try to get Cardinals on their heels.
Chase Wilkins is going to come up on number 5 to Spain. They're going to hand it off to number 40, and he's going to stumble, and he's going to get tackled at about the 45-yard line.
That was number 40, Jimmy McKinney, a 6'1", 220 sophomore.
Junior.
Can't get my numbers right.
Craig's in. Oh, Blake just knocked number 40 down, and they're going to get another big play. Forrest was kind of stumbled up.
And they wanted, the coaches are out there, they want a holding on McKinney, I think. They're not going to get it, and Coach Benham and Jones are giving the ref the business on that one.
So another big play leads to an Uligal touchdown. Kick is good, so the score is now 20-13.
Still a close game. We're still winning, and we still got a lot of time left. It's not even the end of the first quarter yet. We've already scored 33 points.
Our defense has done a pretty solid job, too, only allowing 2 big plays, which has
And
helped Uligal a lot.
that last one, I don't know who the cornerback out there was, but his feet got tangled up.
Yeah, that was Tyler Forrest, which he did a really good job, and
Staying with
he was
him.
just stumbled, but I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
And I thought the Uligal receiver was going to drop the ball. He kind of fumbled it a little bit.
I think he thought Tyler Forrest was going to get to it. There's really nothing you can do on that one. Just he gave it all he could.
And this kicker for Uligal, number 15, Wyatt Tucker, he's got a boot on him. He's kicked it into the end zone and kicked it down to about the 5-yard line every time. And again, another deep kick. But Erickson's going to be able to return this one. He's going to go up to middle. He's going to gets tackled at about the 35-yard line.
A lot better blocking on that
Shoelace tackle.
one. Shoelace tackle.
I think if he'd have got it past that one, he'd have took it to the house.
And the funny thing is, on Lulagaw's roster, they don't have him down as a kicker. They only have him down as a running back, defensive back.
I haven't seen him out on the field other than kicking. So Sean looks like he has a tight end in to his left.
That's number 10.
He's going to hand it off to Haymaker, and he's going to spin around, get about 3 yards.
That tight end was number 10, Levi Draper, who is built like Keenan Hamilton. Tall, muscular.
And he's put on a lot of weight this year. And it's not fat, it's straight muscle. He's really bulked up this year, and he's gotten a lot taller. On the roster, they have him down. They don't have his height down, but I believe he's about 6'2", 6'3". Maybe even taller.
I believe it.
Haymaker's going to get the carry and be brought down by number 24, Seth Jensen.
And number 11, Brett Erickson, guys, his helmet flew off or something. So with the rules being the way they are, he's got to come off
For one play.
for one play. And number 3, Tyler Fanning, went in for him.
He's new this year. He came from Owasso. And I went to every scrimmage Collinsville had, and he's fast, and he's a pretty good player.
So I wonder if later in the season, once he gets used to the playbook, if they'll interchange them a little bit.
Sean's going to get the snap, roll out left. He's going to look right. The flags are going to be coming, and it's going to be a holding call.
Holding, blocking it back. That's going to be on number 60, Cutler Cole.
And both number 3 and number 40 for Ulagar are John, and number 7, Chase Wilkins. So it's going to bring it back 10 yards. Oh, no, they're going to decline it. And it's going to be 4th down and 12. So the Cardinals are going to kick off.
I don't know if you see this, but the tandem return of Ulaga with number 6 and number 3 deep.
Yeah, it looks like they might have a blocker for any Collinsville player who slips through there. And 11 Erickson's going to get down there with number 3, Tyler Fanning.
There he is.
Excuse me, Tyler Fanning. He was down there right when the guy caught it.
That's a good job on the coaching staff to put, 2 really fast players on the outside to get to that return to quick.
And Erickson, he was getting there too. He was
right behind him.
Yeah, he was a split second behind T-Bone. And that, you're going to probably hear me call him T-Bone. That's what his nickname is. And that's what I call him.
I like it. I think we should give everyone nicknames.
Looks like we have a blitz. Arnold's going to come up the middle. Despain's going to catch it. He's going to be brought down at the 37-yard line.
Ulaga is doing a little quick offense.
Craig gets the snap. He hands it off to number 15, and he is brought down way behind the line, but they're going to call forward progress, so he's going to be spotted right back at the line of scrimmage.
And that's number 51, Jacob Harrison, who had a little, battle for a nose guard position.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Redding earlier, and he said that the nose guard's really interchangeable right now because they've got a lot of guys who they can run through there, but If he keeps playing like this, he's going to have the job.
And he's a sophomore.
Arnold's going to get back there, and he's going to be brought down. Mark Tillman and Justin Kothu were all back there to tackle Craig. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. The score 20-13, your Cardinals. We're going to take a quick commercial break and be back to bring you the second quarter. I just found out right after I went to commercial break that we do not have commercials yet, so it will go silent during in the quarters. Oologah is going to punt it. Pretty good punt, and Wilkins is just going to step back, and Oologah is going to get a pretty good roll.
I think number 44 touched it, and they didn't see it.
They're going to give him about a 4-yard spot.
Our fans saw it. They're angry about it. Coach Harp saw it. Coach Jones saw it. Everyone saw it but the ref.
Yeah, the ref's telling him to scoot back to the sideline. I think one of the line judges is going to try and
Maybe talk him.
And yeah, they're going to move it back about 4 yards. That's where he touched it, so a good call by the crew tonight.
Good job on them to, get together and talk about it. Make sure everyone gets a, good spot.
And it didn't sound like Oologah was objecting the call. They knew they touched it too. They were just going to keep quiet.
Which anyone would do in that situation.
Trips to the left. Looks like Tyler Force to the right lone. Sean's going to roll out, and he's going to take off running. And Brett Erickson gets a good block. Sean's going to be down the sideline, and he's going to be tackled at about the 30-yard line. Good run, and that was number 3, Logan Armstrong, on the tackle.
Good blocking by the wide receiver, Brett Erickson, to get out there and hold his guy.
Yeah, number 6, Hunter Gibson, 6'2", 175. And he held his block and almost pancaked him.
That's not a small guy to block.
Yeah, and Brett's about 5'7". I don't want to short him his height, but Sean's going to keep the ball, and it looks like he's just going to be brought down. About 3 yards behind the line. So it's going to be 2nd and 13.
Well, it's looking like with this Collinsville offense, it's a lot of give and take. We got some bad plays and some really good plays. But that comes with a mostly young team.
Sean's going to get the snap, hand it off to Haymaker, and he's going to be brought down at about 34-yard line, back to where they started the drive, or started the play.
I don't know if you saw it, but number 9 got his helmet taken off in that play, and he had to go out. And number 73, Zach Duncan, comes in as a extra lineman.
And Sean's going to keep it. He's going to break up the middle, and he's going to get to about the 26-yard line, be about 2 yards short.
And I think they're going to kick it.
Or that was Bryce Dietz on the tackle. Cardinals are going to go for it on 4th down. They actually moved it back a yard, so it's going to be 4th and 4. And Blake Bird's going to get the carry, and he's going to power through, and it looks like he got it. I didn't realize that Bird came in. He's a sophomore this year, and he's a powerful back. We've kind of, I don't know what to call it.
Kind of watched him going up through junior high, and
yeah, we have not abundance of running backs, but we have different running backs. Blake's, he's real powerful, but he's got a lot of speed, and he can break off a long run. Haymaker's real quick, agile on his feet. He's going to juke a lot of guys out. So, I mean, we got Blake. He'll come in on 3rd downs a lot, or 4th downs.
And they're going to keep him, man. He's going to take it.
He's going to get about a 5-yard run.
And it's not to say Haymaker won't, run over a guy, because he will.
Yeah, we're in a good situation with our running backs because Haymaker and Blake, there's no really drop-off when you bring in your 2nd-string running back, and that's a really good thing to have. And it looks like Rock Robbins is going to be in at tight end. Sean's going to get the snap and keep it. He's going to be up the middle, and he's going to have a touchdown. Easy touchdown. I don't think he was touched.
Good inside blocking by the lineman. Good job to get in there and, create a hole.
They're going to call
dead ball offsides on Ulaga. I don't know if they're going to take it off the board. Yep.
I believe it'll be off the kickoff. The head referee's going to go over and have a chat with the Ulaga head coach.
I think they're going to take it off, seeing it as a dead ball, or not dead ball, before the snap.
I'm confused. They didn't give him the touchdown.
No, it was an offsides before the snap, and they didn't get the play called dead in time, I guess. That's got to make the coaching staff of Collinsville a little angry.
Yeah, Coach Jones is having a chat with the referee. That's tough break. So it's going to be 2nd and 1.
I'm sure
Haymaker's going to get the carry, and he's going to get the 1st down. But it'll only be a 1-yard gain. Maybe that explains why he got so wide open.
Maybe.
I don't know, but he had a lot of grass in front of him.
I think these fans are just about as confused as us, because look down there, they're all trying to figure out what's going on too.
Yeah, everyone's turning to their neighbor and trying to figure out what happened.
Some of them are looking up here at us. We don't know what's going on either.
And Rock's going to be lined up on the left side of the ball, and Collinsville's going to call a timeout. Keep possession here.
I'm sure Coach Jones is going to go over there and have a talk with the referees about that play.
Yeah, that would have been Sean's 2nd touchdown of the night. So it's going to be a crucial third down for the Cardinals.
I think it's about a third, less than one.
Less than a half of.
I don't even
half a
think you
yard.
can fit a football in between that distance.
And Haymaker's going to be the back. Haymaker's going to get the carry. He's going to break out to the outside, and it looks like they're going to give him about a half a yard's gain, and that should be enough for the first down.
No,
They're going to get.
call fourth. Man.
That's kind of surprising. They rule him down at the line of scrimmage.
Blake Bird still on the sideline. They're going to go for it on fourth down. And I think they drew him
They
offside.
got him on the dead count.
Called it dead before they got the play going too.
And I know the Uligar coaches aren't very happy with that. They can't be.
Brock Robbins still in as a tight end.
Sean's going to keep it. He's going to be in for the touchdown. So he does get his touchdown this drive.
And I think they're going to count this one.
About an 8-yard run.
Instead of a 20-yard run, make it 8. Make it a little easier on them.
Make the Uligar defense work a little harder, kind of wear them down. That might have been an advantage for us.
Yeah, might have. A little bit is looking as a disadvantage.
Hadley's going to kick the extra point. Bad hold, and it's going to be no good. So the score is 26-13, Collinsville, with 7:15 left in the second quarter.
Since we have a little break in the action, Coach Redding wanted me to mention this before game. He wanted me to mention that the junior high played Uligal Tuesday, and they sweeped them. 7th, 8th, and 9th beat them, and the 9th grade beat them with 6 seconds left.
Yeah, I heard. I was not able to be at the 9th grade game. I was at the 7th and 8th grade game, and I heard the 9th grade won 13-12.
13-12 with a quick run up, right up the middle into the end zone with about 6 seconds left.
Hadley kicking off for the Cardinals. Looks like Coach Hass is over on the sideline, kind of drawing some up on the whiteboard for the offensive line.
Maybe some new assignments that they got to.
A good kick by Hadley, and Schaefer's going to be down there, but he's not going to get him, and Hadley's going to be the last guy. But Force is going to run him down. He's going to be tackled at about the 27-yard line. That was Ferrier.
You know, Hadley did his job right there. He did his job. He slowed him down long enough for Forrest, to catch up to him and tackle him. That's all you really want your kicker to do. You don't want your kicker to run out there and spear somebody.
And a couple of years ago, we had a kicker who could do that. Who was it? Trying to think of his name.
Athen
Yeah.
Shenbrook.
He could have played
Big
linebacker.
number 90. I think he did tackle something. I think he had 1 1/4 tackle that year.
Which that's not a good thing.
Not a good thing for a kicker to get one.
So defense is going to have a task here.
And Coach Harp's yelling at somebody to go deep. I don't know who.
Craig's going to drop back. Kothi's going to miss the tackle, but Blake's going to come up. Rock's going to get the tackle, but Craig was able to rush to about the, looks like they're going to spot him at the 17-yard line.
He was talking some jaw over to our student section right there.
We got a good turnout for the student section tonight.
And I'll give it to our student section. They are rowdy.
Yeah, I remember before the game, number 40, Jimmy McKinney, he came over towards the sideline and the students were hollering at him, and he backpedaled back to the huddle, staring down our student section. So that got our student section a little more fired up. Craig's going to hand it off to McKinney. He's going to get around the outside, but Levi Draper's going to tackle him for about a 2-yard gain. Good pursuit by Levi.
Levi's really been almost thrown into that leadership role on defense. Especially last year when he actually did get thrown into a starter.
Yeah, he is a sophomore, so Coach Jones has him for 2 more years. I believe he's going to do big things. Looks like Oologah is kind of calling an audible. They got 5 seconds on the play clock. They're going to get it off in time. Hand it to McKinney. He's going to be brought down by Mark Tillman and Rock Robbins. For about a 3-yard gain. So it's 3rd and 5.
Oologah's got that weird kind of wishbone hybrid lineup going on.
They're real versatile at the running back position. They keep a lot of guys coming through there. But you'll mainly see McKinney. Craig drops back. He has Despain in the end zone, I believe. Yeah, Despain, and he's going to score. And that'll be low on the coverage. He did a pretty good job. Just a perfectly placed ball by Peyton Craig.
Nothing you could do right there. Quick comeback. You know, quarterback threw it perfectly timed. And they might be going for 2 on this one.
It wouldn't be a bad decision, because if they were to score again, they would tie it up with a field goal.
And
Oologah is going to burn a timeout on that.
I think that's a good thing because our defense was looking over at the sideline like, what do we do?
Looks like they brought their kicking unit out. And they're just going to kick the extra point.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad decision.
No, they're just going to play conservative. It's a good kick. So actually, they're only down by 6, so if they were to score, they would tie the game up. It's been a pretty exciting game so far. Had 2 big plays by Oologah. Started off the game a little sloppy for Collinsville with a fumble, but they were able to have 2 80-yard drives to make up for that. And their defense has been pretty solid for the most part. I know they've allowed 20 points, but
They've all been on, some bad luck situations with Tyler Forrest falling down. And, Uligaw's playing well to that mismatch they have with the Spain. You also got to remember Uligaw's giving up 2 interceptions.
Yeah. They've kind of been beating themselves so far. The kick is pretty deep. Erickson's going to field it. He's going to go straight up the middle. He's going to have a hole. He's going to be at the 50-yard line. He gets by one more, and he's brought down by number 3, Logan Armstrong, and he's made a lot of tackles. But he's going to bring it down to about the 18-yard line.
Brett, he timed that perfectly. Got a little run up on it with it.
He's going to be a threat this year, returning kicks. I have a feeling Uligaw coaching staff's going to be considering just pooch kicking it, giving them the 40-yard line or 35-yard line so they don't have to allow those big plays like that. So offense is going to take the field. And Tyler Fanning, number 3, is in the game. And I believe Sam West, number 13, is in the game too. So we got two good wide receivers in there. Trips to the right. Sean's going to roll out left, and it looks like he's just going to run the ball. He's going to go out of bounds.
No tight end so far this drive.
Yeah, and he's not going to get anything. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
I wonder if all these reads are gonna, I wonder if they're setting up for maybe a play action.
Yeah, with all this running, it's only time before they start play action. Haymaker's gonna get 4 yards, it looks like.
And I don't know if you saw the defensive backs of Uligaw, but they're playing our trips pretty close. So maybe if Tyler Fanning was to get past one of them.
I know the coaching staff probably recognized that. It's going to be 3rd down and 7. Trips to the right. Tyler Forrest is the lone receiver to the left.
And Tyler Forrest has got some speed too.
Haymaker's going to run up the middle. He's going to get about 3 yards. So it's going to be about 4th and 4. And I believe it's 4th down territory.
The coaching staff might be a little hesitant to rely on a freshman kicker this early in the season.
Yeah, I can understand that. So it's going to be, it looks like 4th and 5. And Sean's going to fake the handoff, and he's going to be tripped up. So the Cards turn it over the 15-yard, about the 11, 12-yard line.
That's not necessarily a bad thing. Uligaw is for the first time pretty deep in their own territory.
Yeah,
starting off.
They've got to march about 87 yards in about 3 minutes and 53 seconds to put some points on the board. Craig drops back, quick screen. Despain's going to catch it. He's going to be tackled. About a 7-yard gain.
I don't know if you saw, but Despain's getting up a little gingerly and walking a little gingerly over there.
Running play. And it looks like Kothi brought him down, but he's going to have the first down. That was number 24, Seth Jensen for Oologah.
And now Mustangs got to be worried about the Mustangs got to be worried about the clock.
Craig's going to drop back. He throws the deep bomb. It's to Despain, and he's going to catch it. A huge gain. They're going to be down to their the Cardinals' 44-yard line.
And I think Coach Harp signaled over to Sean to have him cover Despain and Brandon to switch back over.
Wilkins. Chase Wilkins.
No, Sean's over there.
Sean's out. Oh, I did
Sean's
not
over
see
there.
that. Kacheski's in the game at defensive back. That's something you don't like to do. But Despain's hurt us on some long plays.
And Despain does have a little height advantage over Brandon Lowe.
Despain's going to drop the pass. So the clock's going to stop with 2 minutes and 33 seconds left. It's going to be 3rd and 4. The Cardinal defense makes some exchanges. Jake Douglas and Schaefer Smith come into the game. Craig hands it off, and Seth Jensen's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. So the clock's going to roll, and it's going to be 4th down.
Tackled in there by number 45, that's Kofi. Like Harrison also in there, Robbins. Gain of about a yard on the play.
I think the whole line got in on that stop.
Actually, no gain on the play. Bring up 4th down and 4 for the Mustangs.
Oologah's going to go for it. There's no question about that. Craig's going to get a low snap. He's going to fumble it. He's going to throw it deep to Despain. Kacheski has to make a play. And they're going to rule him inbounds at the 3-yard line.
And Despain's walking a little.
Yeah, he is limping a little bit.
He wants out, and he's gonna sit a little bit. I don't know if it's his hip or his ankle.
Another tough break. Another big play by Despain.
And if he can't come back in, that'll hurt him.
They're going to run the ball up the middle, and Jensen's going to be in for the touchdown. So the score is going to be tied up at 26. Oologah has a chance to take the lead. Kick's going to be up and good. So Oologah takes the lead with 1:43 left in the first half.
That's a tough break for the Collinsville defense and team in general. Maybe Brett Anderson can get us a little bit hyped up on a big return here.
Yeah, we need a big return because there is 1:43 left on the clock, and there's a long ways to go if we don't get a very good return.
That's where the Oologah coaching staff's got to think about it. Either give Collinsville a good field position with 1:43 left if they pooch it, or try to get it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, The wind is at Ulagaw's face.
And he did kick it into the wind once, but it was, or into the end zone, but that was with the wind, and it was about maybe a yard in.
And I believe the wind has kind of calmed down a little bit. But they're going to kick it deep. It's a lower kick. Chase Wilkins is going to get it. And he's going to go up the middle, and he's going to be brought down to about the 41-yard line.
Good return.
So Cards have good field position with 1:38 left in the second quarter. Sean's going to be in the backfield with Haymaker. He's going to hand it off to Haymaker. He's going to get a hole, and he's going to be brought down at about the 46-yard line.
I know we can see it, but I don't know if the people at home can see it, but every starter has a wristband that has about 40-something plays on it.
He throws the deep ball. He's got Wilkins, but Wilkins didn't get his head up in time to see the ball. And number 3, Logan Armstrong, had pretty tight coverage there.
And as I was saying, all the starters on offense have a wristband, and if it does come to where they need to do no huddle, Coach Davis, who's calling the plays, they'll just start yelling out numbers for them to look at.
Sean's going to get the ball. He's going to keep it. He's going to have a big hole. Forrest has to make a block. Sean's going to cut it back, and he's going to be tackled about the 17-yard line. With 1:06 left on the clock. Collinsville's sitting pretty good. But they can't let up. They got trips to the left. Tyler Forrest is the lone receiver to the right.
And Ulaga made a last-second substitution.
Sean's going to keep it, and he's going to be tackled in the backfield. And Collinsville coaching staff's going to call a timeout. So they're going to have the ball at the 20-yard line with 48.6 seconds left on the clock.
I think it's time to gamble and maybe try to do a pass play.
I don't know. Ulagaw's loading the box.
Maybe a quick throw out to Tyler Forrest, or
Maybe a bubble to Brett Erickson or Austin Roberts. I don't know. The coaching staff knows what to do. Levi Draper is going to come in the game.
yep, they called for him.
Wouldn't be surprised if they run a little play action here.
I was saying maybe he's got a little wide receiver in him.
Thing is, the first down marker is at about the 6-yard line. So if Collinsville once they get a first down, the clock will stop until they spot the chains again. Sean's going to keep the ball. He's going to get tackled at about the 15-yard line. So Collinsville's going to try to get on the line.
They're calling out numbers.
.23 seconds on the clock. Sean's going to roll out to the right, cut it back left. He's going to have enough room to get out of bounds, but he will not have the first down. And it's going to be 4th and 5. 4.
4.5.
And it looks like
5.
they're not. They had the kicking team out huddled up, but they're going to bring him back and they're going to go for it.
16 seconds left. Why not?
Oologah is going to burn their last time out. So the Cardinal coaching staff's going to get,
They're going to get everybody in that huddle. Kicking team.
they're going to get a little extra time to think this over.
And here's where kind of a standoff ensues. Oologah's going to want to wait for Collinsville to break their huddle first, and Collinsville's going to want Oologah to break theirs first. I don't know, maybe take a gamble on your freshman kicker.
It's a tough decision.
He's what, about a 26-yard, 28-yard field goal? Wind
With
at
the
his
wind
back.
at your back. They had trouble with the hold on their last extra point, but they bring it out. They bring the kicking unit out there. He's going to be lined up on the left hash. Big moment for this kicker. Can give Collinsville the momentum going into half. They get the snap. The kick is up, and it's good. And they're going to call roughing the kicker too.
And he's going to try to say he tipped it, but
A big moment for this freshman kicker.
and they're going to conference. They're going to say that Oologah is arguing that number 3, Logan Armstrong, tipped the ball.
Here's the thing. Is there any way that they can accept the penalty? Or can they?
No. Zane's looking over here like, hey, you're dumb. No.
They'll take it on the kickoff though, won't they?
Well, it doesn't matter. They declined it. I guess we'll never know. We should really bring Zane McElroy on as our football analyst. We should really do that. We should get on it. I wonder if our budget allows that.
So Collinsville takes the lead 29-27 with 11.4 seconds left.
That kicker's got to be feeling real good about himself right now. Now I wonder if they're gonna. Oh, he's going all the way up to the 45-yard line of the Mustangs. And Cole Hadley had a talk with Coach Benham about what they want to do. I think he's got the power to get in the end zone.
If he does, then Oologah will take the ball at the 20-yard line.
With about 11 seconds.
Or are they going to try to... Yeah, they're just going to kick it down to about the 5-yard line. Oologah's going to get a return. He's going to be brought down at the 21-yard line with 5.9 seconds left. Keep an eye on Despain.
Is he back in? He's back in.
Yeah, so they're going to... I would not be surprised at all if they make a deep throw to Despain.
and I think they're gonna. Brett's walking a little gingerly. He's walking over to our trainer.
Hopefully it's just a cramp.
Kind of got twisted up in that.
So the Cards lead 29-27 at the end of the first half. We're going to take a quick break and be back to recap.
The Oklahoma Coaches Hall of Fame. Terry Dew was hired as the head football coach of Collinsville in June of 1986 after 7 years as head coach at Dewey. His last season as CHS coach was in 1994. In 1993, he took the Cardinals to the state semifinals. Dew was also athletic director starting in 1989, later CHS principal, and retired last year as the Collinsville superintendent. His retirement capped off 37 years as a member of the Oklahoma Coaches Association. On behalf of the Collinsville Cardinal Quarterback Club, myself, former players, and coaching staff, we salute you, Coach Dew, on a job well done. It's a great day to be a Cardinal.
And we're back with 50 seconds left on the clock. Collinsville has taken the field and they are doing their halftime stretches, but Oologah is yet to be seen.
Maybe take a little extra time. Make sure they get the assignments they want down.
Yeah, Collinsville was pretty fortunate to take the lead with about 11 seconds left.
Yeah.
And now Oologah has taken the field as Collinsville comes to the sideline. Sean Kacheski, 2 rushing touchdowns, and Ryan Haymaker, 2 rushing touchdowns.
I think that's going to be a good tandem for this team.
Dynamic duo. They have yet to disappoint. The defense has done a pretty solid job.
Yeah, just a couple little mismatches that Oologah's playing well too. And who could really blame them? Any good coach would take advantage of it.
They put 2 more minutes back on the clock. Collinsville's ready to play.
Yep. Oologah's not. They came out here a little late.
They took the whole time to make sure they're gonna do right when they get back out here. I wouldn't be surprised if we come back out and we go straight to the run. It worked the whole first half.
Yeah. Now, maybe they might just do a couple pass plays in there. Throw Oologah off a little bit.
Yeah, play action's always there. The special teams unit for Collinsville takes the field, and they will be kicking off to start the second half.
And I guess Brett Erickson's feeling better because he's out there.
Yeah, I think it was a cramp or his calf muscle tightened up because he came straight over to these stairs with the trainer and immediately started stretching.
You know, that's something the coaches, probably drilled into their heads all week. Hey, it's going to be hot this game. Hydrate. You want to. If you hydrate the day of, you're already behind.
Yeah, I know. Whenever I pass all the football players in the hallways at school, they always have a gallon of water with them.
And that's good.
It's time to start the second half. Kick is fielded at the 22-yard line. He breaks it left. He has a lot of room, and he's going to be brought down at the 45-yard line.
And there's number 5 again, Despain.
So Oologah is going to have the ball at their own 46-yard line.
they've had good field position all game.
They're going to have trips to the left. Peyton Craig's going to roll out left. He's going to make a throw to Despain, and heck of a catch there.
He's just a tall guy.
Gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring him second down and 4 for the Mustangs.
Just a tall guy.
Again, trips to the left. Hands off. McKinney breaks it back to the middle. Ball's down. Collinsville, I believe, recovered it.
Hey,
But they're going to rule him down.
that's back judge or the referee, the head referee threw his fumble,
His bags or whatever you want to call. So
but
it's,
the far line judge came in and called him down.
so it's 3rd and 4. Fumbled snap. He's still able to manage it, and he's going to catch the ball, but he's going to be brought down at the 44-yard line, and Armstrong is hurt.
He was holding his calf a little bit. I wonder if he's cramping.
Might be his knee. Yeah, he looks all right jogging to the sideline, but
But he was down long enough for the referees to call an injury timeout. And that means he's got to go off for at least one play.
looks like Josh is blitzing. McKinney gets the ball, and gets about a 5-yard gain. And they're going to call a flag on number 73. That's Zach Duncan. He shoved Josh Arnold in the back after the play was called dead. That was blatantly obvious.
And right when it happened, Josh Arnold started, pointing at it. And it happened right in front of the line judge. It's just a dumb penalty on number 73's part.
And Josh held his temper. He turned around and he was more worried about the 15 yards than he was about getting back at Zach Duncan.
And that's just, that's being a leader on defense.
And the bad thing is Zach Duncan is a senior for the Oologah line. You can't have your senior getting out of line there.
You can't. When you get to her sideline, it's probably something
He's going to get an earful probably.
he's gonna hear about it.
Blake's lined up like he's going to blitz. Craig taking his time. Craig's going to keep the ball, and he's going to be brought down for about a 6-yard gain. Josh Arnold with the tackle.
And another thing about that penalty, it would have been what? 2nd and short yards?
Yeah, it would. They might have had a first down there.
Now it's 3rd.
Now it's 3rd and long. Oh, they're gonna call a false start here.
That was both the wide receivers on the near side.
So that's gonna back him up another
5 yards. 10 yards.
I think it looks like 5. So a sloppy first drive by the Mustangs. Something the coaches for Oologah is going to have to get situated out. They're bringing a blitz up the middle. Number 12 catches the ball, and he's going to have a first down. That was Drew Humphrey.
And Blake Bird got a little mixed up about where he was supposed to be.
Brandon Lowe was
He was trying
putting
to
his
get
hands
some-
up in the air. He didn't know what was.
He was trying to get someone over to help him because they had Triff on that side, but they only had two people covered.
Craig drops back again. They're going to run a screen to Despain. And he's going to be brought down for a 7-yard gain. 6-yard gain, excuse me.
And Uligaw's going back to their quick offense.
And they're passing it, and they've realized that Collinsville's kind of struggled so far at stopping the pass game, and McKinney's going to be so it's going to be 3rd and 2. They're going to try to get this player off the field, and he does get off. Craig gets the ball. He drops back, throws a quick slant or quick curl to Despain. He's going to be tackled inbounds, but that's going to be a first down.
Josh Arnold almost got a hand on it when he went back into coverage.
So it's red zone time. Card's got to get a stop. And Craig's going to keep the ball, and he's going to be brought back. Oh, the ball's out. Are they going to rule it a fumble? Colesville has it. Cardinal ball. What a break.
I didn't think it was a fumble until I saw Blake Bird dive in. There's Harrison again.
Yeah, Jacob Harrison's really making a name for himself tonight. Real bad break for Uligaw.
They were driving too.
Really good drive. They were sloppy at times, but made big plays when they needed to and get down in the red zone and fumble.
Good break for us though. Gives a little momentum to hopefully go out there.
Yeah, we went into halftime with a little momentum, and hopefully we carries over into the offense. Sean's going to keep it. He's going to go up the middle. He has a lot of grass. He's got one man to beat. And he gets tripped up by him. Number 22, Wade McGee with the tackle. Another shoestring tackle. That was
Good
close.
Run. Good run by Sean.
Sean's going to hand it to Haymaker. Haymaker's had to earn those yards, but he gets about a six-yard gain.
And number 44 for the Mustangs kind of helped him with that. Tackling from behind.
8-5-1-8.
Got trips to the left of Sean. Haymaker's lined up to the right. They're going to hand it off to Haymaker again. He's got a lot of room. Touchdown Cardinals. He just outran those three Uligaw defenders. He just showed his speed right there.
Showed his speed, outran the whole defense practically.
Number 9, Cole Hadley, kicking the extra point.
He's got to feel confident with the extra kicks.
And it's good. Collinsville now has A 9-point lead, 36-27 with 6:48 left in the third quarter.
That's gotta feel good.
A really good drive there.
And
Couple of plays and
especially after Uligan had those two quick drives at the end to get them, within 3 points.
I've really been pleased with our running game. We haven't really even had to go to
To a passing.
Sean's arm, yeah. I've seen some Catoosa players here, and I know they're watching Sean and Ryan Haymaker really close.
And they're also watching Uligan.
Oh yeah,
I think they play Uligan too. They're both 4A powerhouses.
you might be right. Hadley's gonna kick a short kick. It's gonna be fielded at about the 40-yard line. They almost caught Uligan off guard.
Mustangs start first and 10 from the 41-yard line.
Not a bad idea in that situation. I think I just heard Coach Redding say 48 went to the game.
That's Bryce Dietz.
They'd definitely be keying up on him. Every time he goes into the game, he's yelling in his walkie-talkie that he's in.
And that was Rock Robbins, who blindsided number 24, Seth Jensen.
Stopped in there by Robbins for the Cardinals.
I don't know if you've noticed, but every time 48's in, they ran to that side.
That'll bring up second down and 12 for the Mustangs.
Uligan is going to drop back in a pass. We got a good rush on him. Schaefer's chasing him down, so is Josh Arnold, and he's going to run out of bounds for a gain about 2 yards.
Schaefer came from the far side, too.
Gaining about 3 on the play. That'll bring up third down and 9 for the Mustangs.
And they've got an injured Mustang.
Looks like a cramp. They're stretching him out.
I'm sure everyone had their fair share of salt tablets before the game. And they probably had salt tablets at halftime too. Helps retain a little water in them. They don't taste very good, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
That's number 2, Keenan Ferrier. And he's been a big name for Uligan. But I wouldn't be surprised if he's back out there in the next couple of plays.
Yeah.
As he walks off the field on his own power.
And another thing with cramps, as it gets a little cooler and towards the end, farther along in the season, coaches will still make players drink gallons of water.
Blake's
Got flags on the play.
Blake was blitzing on the left side. It's going to be false start.
Got movement against the Mustangs. That'll back them up 5. Bring up third down and 14 for the Mustangs.
Kothi was pointing it out when it happened too. done a pretty good job on defense this half so far.
Hulagal breaks the huddle. Oh, they're going to call timeout.
Took him a little while to get that play call in.
Yeah, so they're going to use their first timeout of the half. Some names we've been repeating tonight on the defense, like last year, Cothy, Rock Robbins, Arnold.
I think towards the end of the year, I think Josh Arnold had close to 100 or maybe over 100 tackles.
I know he was top 5, I believe, in tackles in 5A.
He certainly led this team.
3rd and 15, they're bringing the blitz. The screen to McKinney. It's going to be caught, but he's going to be tackled for about a 5-yard gain.
It's going to be 4th and 10.
Gain of 5 on the play. That'll bring up 4th down and 9 for the Mustangs.
It's 4th and 9 as they bring their punt team on. And Kacheski's going to come off the field. Chase Wilkins is back deep. He might have a chance to field this, and he's just going to let it roll. He's going to roll to the 19-yard line. So Collinsville has a chance to go up by 16.
That'll certainly help them with morale and
Sean's got trips to his left as well as Haymaker. Sean's going to keep it. He's going to be wrestled down.
And they're calling in Rock Robbins. He's going in. Bringing out Forrest.
Looks like Rock's going to be lined up on the left side of the line as well as Erickson. He's going to run a pitch to Haymaker. He's going to cut it back up the middle.
That's a little bit new from last year.
Gain of 4 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
So it's 3rd and 10. Sean's going to roll out, and he's got a lot of pressure. They're going to throw a flag. He's going to throw a ball deep. He's got Forrest. Forrest is going to cut it back to the other side. Erickson's going to have a huge block, but they're going to call.
They're going to call that in the back, and there's a flags on the in the backfield too. There's just flags everywhere.
The Oologah coach is not happy at all.
No, no.
I'm surprised 22 got up from that hit.
That was a big hit.
Erickson hit him pretty good.
Ran across the whole field practically and just smacked him.
They're going to go holding. That's going to be the first penalty.
I don't know if they're going to call that second penalty.
No, I think the flag just got picked up.
To me, it looked right on the shoulder.
Yeah.
That Oologah coach is still, I don't know if he's yelling at his players or the ref. Collinsville's deep, about the 11-yard line, or the 5-yard line.
6-yard line.
6-yard line.
So 3rd and 25. It's going to be a tough. As long as Sean's going to cut it up the middle. He might have enough room. He's going to cut it back to the other side. Can he turn on the burners? He's just going to be tackled at the 49-yard line. A huge play. And Oologah has number 27, Trent Harris, down.
I think he's cramping up too. Then our athletic trainer's going to go out there and make sure nothing bad's going on. And Oologah's is going out there too.
Oologah trainer's a little late out to get out there because he was over there with number 22, kid who got hit pretty hard by Brett Erickson. It might even be a pulled hamstring.
I can't see what they're stretching.
Yeah.
Maybe if I look on our cameras, it looks like they're rubbing out his calves for a cramp. Both of his calves. It looks like both the trainers are going to get on it. Hurry this up a little bit.
Collinsville's kind of been fortunate tonight not to have many players go down on the field with cramps.
Knock on wood.
But Trent Harris is a big part of the Oologah football team.
Always good to see them back up on their feet, folks. Let's give that guy a hand. That's number 27, Trent Harris for the Mustangs.
He's trying to walk on to his sideline on his own power, but he's struggling.
And to be honest, that's probably not the first time he's cramped up. This game, it's probably the worst it's cramped up, and he probably just couldn't get up and walk.
Yeah, every player tonight probably
Cramped up at least once. I don't know if you saw it, but he went right over to the sideline and fell down.
Yeah, he's stretching it out.
And that's another thing, players get older, they start to learn how to self-medicate themselves, self-stretch themselves and stuff.
Sean's going to hand it off to Haymaker. And he's brought down. And number 40, Jimmy McKinney, was John Adam, and Oologah has got another player down.
It looks like more cramps.
Looks like number 65 for Oologah, Chase Hendricks.
He's back up on his feet, on his way off
This quarter was going by pretty fast.
Till the injury bug started.
Yeah.
Maybe not the injury bug, the cramp bug.
So it's 2nd and 9.
I'd also like to point out that's not the first time McKinney's jawed at somebody.
No.
He got into it with our student section earlier too.
Yeah, he's been jawing at everyone he's hit or
He's about jawed anyone associated with Collinsville.
that just shows the rivalry that we have with him. Seven on the play clock. Gonna get the snap. He's gonna drop back. He's gonna get tackled by 24. Seth Jensen.
And he came untouched, unblocked all the way.
So it's 3rd and 19. 10-yard loss there.
You almost feel like you have to pass it.
Yeah.
On 3rd and 20.
Trips to the Sean's left. He's just going to hand it off to Haymaker. Haymaker's going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage. So they're going to bring on the punt team.
I think it's the first time they've really punted it.
Now that I think about it, I think you're right. Sean's the punter. Snaps back. Good, solid kick. It's going to take a Cardinal bounce down to about the 15-yard line.
You know what? Now that I think about it, that might be their second punt because Tyler Fanning went down and got the first punt.
Yeah.
Didn't have to this time.
Uligat breaks the huddle.
And I don't know if you've noticed, but Haymaker's getting looked at by our training staff. I don't know if he just got a cut or on his nose or something.
Number 76. Michael McAtee comes in the game. And Uligat, last play was in a different formation. They had a tight end lined up, kind of like they do this time. And they have a back right behind him. They're going to hand it off to Seth Jensen. He's going to go nowhere. That's the end of the third quarter. The Cards lead 36-27. We'll take a quick break and be back to bring you the fourth. Craig gets the snap. He drops back and he throws it deep. Sean Kacheski's there. And Chase Wilkins was able to break it up. That would have been a huge play because it was 3rd and 5. So it will now be 4th and 5.
I think we finally found an answer for Despain. And Sean's going to come off. Horsey's going to go on. Chase Wilkins is going to go deep. Maybe get a return out of this one.
Pretty good punt. Wilkins is going to field it, and he's just going to go down at the 50-yard line.
One thing I've noticed about this kicker, he kicks it on a line drive, which for a punter is not the best. Doesn't really give your
Returner.
your defense or blockers, your team, enough time to get down to defend on the run back.
Trips to Sean's right. He gets a snap, and he's going to keep it. And he gets tackled for a 3-yard gain.
Gain of 2 on the play. That'll bring us 2nd down and 8 for the Cardinals.
Again, trips to Sean's right. Gets the snap. He hands it off to Haymaker. So it's 3rd and 7. Ball on the 46-yard line.
Bring it 3rd down and 7 for the Cardinals.
And Sean's going to break off for a long run. He gets brought down at the 32-yard line.
The whole defense bit on that pump fake right there. Especially with Haymaker going off like he was screening. I think I just heard Coach Redding say something about corners blitzing.
Haymaker's going to get the ball. He's going to get 3 yards.
Gain of about 3 on the play. That'll bring him 2nd down and 7 for the Cardinals.
I'm pretty sure all Calls is going to do from now on is run and
Someone from Oolagaw's side threw a football onto the field.
almost hit one of our players. And Coach Harp will keep that as a memento.
And that's the game ball.
Game
Whoever
ball right
wins
there.
MVP tonight gets the game ball. Sean's going to get the ball. He's going to keep it. He's out on the right side. He's going to run out of bounds at the 16-yard line. There are flags down, so I'm guessing it's going to be a holding call. That's what they're going to call. So a good play is taken away.
I think that was on the side of Nick Jensen and Cutler Coles when it is the side it was called on. And he looked over at both of them and kind of gave the signal that they were kind of wrapping them up a little bit.
So now it's 2nd and 16. Trips to Sean's right. Pitch it to Haymaker. He breaks one. He's going to get up the sideline and be pushed out at the 27-yard line.
I thought he was going to get tackled in the backfield, but made something out of nothing pretty much.
So it's 3rd and 6. They're going to call a flag. It's going to be false start.
Man, that line's hurting us this drive.
So it's going to be 3rd and 16 again. Or excuse me, it's only a 5-yard penalty. 3rd and 11. I'm a little rusty.
As am I.
Sean's going to keep the ball. He's brought down at the 26-yard line. So it's going to be 4th.
4th and about.
4th and 4.
And I think they're going to go for it.
Yeah, it's too long for a field goal and it's too short for a punt. Sean's going to hand it off to Haymaker, and he has nowhere to go. So Uligal will take over at their own 26-yard line. Craig drops back. He looks over for Despain. Josh Arnold almost got his hand on that ball.
I doubt the people at home can see it, but the cheerleaders are throwing shirts and footballs up in the stands. Think they can make one up here?
I don't know.
I think a couple of them might be able to get it up here.
Craig hands it off, and I believe that was number 15, Wyatt Tucker, who was unable to escape the backfield.
That's their kicker.
Despain's lined up to the left of quarterback Craig.
Bird looks like
Legs
he's about to go.
Yeah, he's on a blitz. Looks like Craig's rolling out to the right.
Oh.
They're going to call a flag. They're going to put a flag on the field. There was only one Uligal player that was over there, and that was quarterback Craig. So
I don't know what it could be.
Face mask against the Cardinals.
They're going to call a face mask.
And it's
So Uligal is going to get the ball at the 44-yard line. High snap, Craig handles it. Levi's in pursuit, and he gets him down for a sack.
we've pressured him all night. It was a matter of time before someone got to him.
Loss of 5 on the play. That'll make it second down and 15 for the Mustangs.
Despain's going to be lined up all by himself. Wilkins is up. Looks like he's going to be covering him. They're going to run a screen to number 15. He's going to be brought down about the 48-yard line, but that's not enough to move the sticks.
And Uligal's going back to their hurry-up offense.
So it's going to be third and about half a yard.
Looks like Bird's going.
Oh, and they get him in the backfield. That was Rock Robbins.
Tucker on the carry, and that's number 44, Robbins.
I'd be surprised if they kick it here.
Loss of 3 on the play. That'll make it 4th down and 4 for the Mustangs.
They've had good success with that screen pass.
Yeah, and they brought in number 48, Bryce Dietz. Look at their lineup. They got tight end Bryce Dietz over there on the right side, as well as number 8, Casey Bass. And Craig's going to take off. Cothey barely misses him, and he's able to juke himself for a first down.
That's good enough for a Mustang 1st and 10.
And
Number-
Cothey's going to come out of the game.
He's kind of holding his, I don't know if he's holding his chest or his shoulder.
They're going to throw a deep ball. Brandon Lowe's covering. Good defense there. As that was number 6, Hunter Gibson, going up for the ball.
Back to Cothey. I don't know if he just got hit real hard in the chest and kind of lost his breath for a second. Our trainers are kind of hovering around him, but not really helping him.
Craig gets the snap, drops back, throws it to Despain, and Despain is going to spin his way to a first down. And Wilkins is a little slow to get up.
Official timeout for measurement.
And they're going to measure it.
From up here, it looks like they got it. And they're going to rule it a first down. There's only 4 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock.
And that was
Still plenty of time.
about an inch or two past the stick. No tight end in right now.
Despain's alone on the left, trips to the right.
Sean's kind of shading to that
They're
side.
bringing the blitz. Levi's in pursuit, and he's going to get him for a big loss. And Craig did not like that. He got up, fired up, and the ref had to hold him back a little bit.
I don't think he liked the way Levi Draper threw him down.
Well, it's football, so.
That's football. You got to get over it.
Loss of 13 on the play. And second down and 23.
Second and 23. And they're going to throw the deep ball.
Oh, 31's wide open.
Pass falls incomplete. Third and 23.
They had a bit. Someone lost communication on the near side because Chase Wilkins was all alone with two Oologah Mustangs deep.
I think they realized he was rolling out right. He had a guy who ran a curl route and was open for about 2 seconds, but it looked like he missed him. He just had to throw it in the turf. But it's third and 23. And Collinsville is going to call a timeout.
And our coaching staff is not happy with something. Coach Benham came out there fired up. Speaking of fired up, our student section's fired up.
Yeah, they've done a really good job tonight. Collinsville takes the field first.
Still a little bit of confusion over there. I think the coaching staff recognized that little Chase being all alone and hopefully try to fix that.
Trips the left side of the quarterback, Craig, number 7. He drops back, throws a quick pass to Jimmy McKinney, but he is unable to bring it in. So that will be 4th and 23, but they have no option but to go for
They
it.
got to go for it.
With 3 minutes and 29 seconds left in the game, they're going to have a tough time scoring and recovering the onside kick and getting back in scoring range where they can kick a field goal if necessary.
I believe they got all 3 timeouts left.
It's still possible, though. Collinsville can't give up yet. In pursuit of Craig, he rolls out right. He's got a lot of room. He just throws it. And
Oh!
a crazy catch by Brandon Lowe, and he's going to return it. He's going to get tripped up at the 35-yard line. Sean Kajeski kind of, he was bringing the ball and got hit. The ball flew up, and Brandon Lowe was in the perfect spot.
I think that's the second time Brandon Lowe's got an interception off a tip.
Yep, 2 interceptions tonight for Brandon Lowe.
And silence has overcome the Oologah sideline.
And you can see a bunch
They're starting to
of
leave.
fans from the Oologah side trickling out.
25 Haymaker on the carry. Stuffed in there by number 40 McKinney. And number 9 Martin for the Mustangs. Gain of 1 play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 9 for the Cardinals.
Trips to the left of Sean. He's got Haymaker and Sam West to the right.
And Collinsville's going to take all the time they can.
Yeah, they're going to try and milk the clock. Sean keeps the ball. He's able to escape one tackle, but can't escape the second.
Time marked for the Mustangs. Also 3 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 12 for the Cardinals.
So it's 3rd and 12 for Collinsville.
Blake Bird's going in. And Haymaker's coming out.
And that might be the last play Haymaker sees.
He did good.
He really did a good job tonight. 3 rushing touchdowns. Uligal is going to call a timeout. That'll stop the clock at 1:36. So it's going to be 4th and 12.
Timeout, Uligal.
And surely the coaches are telling the Collinsville Cardinals that not to just sit back on their heels. And they put 4 more seconds on the clock to make it 1:40.
Number 3, Logan Armstrong is back to field the punt.
Back for the Mustangs, that's number 3, Armstrong. And for the Cardinals, that's Procheski.
High snap. Ball's down at the 39-yard line with 1:30 left on the clock.
And Bird's kind of coming out to play a little cornerback.
Craig rolls off to the right. Ball's knocked down by Chase Wilkins.
Dismayed, knocked down by Wilkins for the Cardinals. Bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Mustangs.
Craig puts number 24 in motion. He drops back, has Despain, and not a very good throw. So it will be 3rd and 10 with 1:19 on the clock.
I think Peyton Craig's trying to force it in there a little too much and get into a rush.
He drops back. Bird on the pursuit. So is Arnold. He's going to take off, and he's going to get hit pretty hard by number 49, Schaefer Smith.
They're their running back, number 24, Jensen. He didn't do the best job blocking Bird.
Blake Bird's going to come off, as well as Kothi. Mark's going to be in pursuit, and that's intercepted. Oh, no, they're going to call it incomplete. I think it did hit the ground.
I think it hit the ground, but he did
He did a really good job at trying to show.
great job.
But that was 4th down, so Collinsville will take over, and they will get in victory formation.
And Calls will come out in their victory formation.
So Sean Kacheski will take a knee, and he will only need one more play, I believe.
And
Actually, they don't even need a play. So your Cards will win 36-27 over the Oologah Mustangs.
That's going to officially end it, folks. That's the end.
Hard-fought game by both sides.
yeah, a little bit rocky for us at the very beginning, but we got it together and did a good job.
Collinsville will take on Catoosa next week. We'll take a quick break and be back to recap the game. And we're back. We have two players of the game on defense. Brandon Lowe coming up big with two interceptions. One where we were in the Oologah territory. Ball was tipped. He caught it. I believe we were up by 6 points at the time. A huge interception. Collinsville ended up scoring on that drive and really gave the momentum to Collinsville. But the defense as a whole did a really good job. They just gave up a couple of big plays which really hurt them and allowed Oologah to score 27 points.
Yeah, I mean, our defense, when they had to come up big, they came up big, except for those 3 big plays.
Yeah, which I think our coaching staff's going to do a good job at looking at film and realizing what they did wrong and really teaching them and getting them ready for next week versus Catoosa. And our offensive player of the game is Ryan Haymaker. 3 rushing touchdowns. Did an outstanding job at getting every yard he could.
They just couldn't handle him.
And another player who really did a great job on offense was Sean Kacheski. Had 2 rushing touchdowns. Really read it well on the read option.
I think maybe had about the same yards as Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan had 3 touchdowns. Sean had 2. Both outstanding games for both of them.
And especially on that read, which is a big part of our playbook.
Well, we'll be back next week here live at Salif Field, where Collinsville will take on the Catoosa Indians.
It's also a purple and gold game. So wear your purple and gold. They think they can beat us. I don't think they can.
So I'm Logan Wilt,
I'm Zach Hubbard.
and we're signing off until next week.